Well, hello everyone. Welcome to today's Wyoming Small Business Development Center Network webinar, Using AI for Business, Ethics and Cybersecurity Concerns. I'm Tyler. I'll be helping to facilitate this session. The Wyoming Small Business Development Center Network is a University of Wyoming program available to all residents in the state and funded by the Wyoming Business Council and the U.S. Small Business Administration. We provide no-cost, confidential advising and technical assistance to all Wyoming entrepreneurs and small business owners. Our advisors are located across the state, and they can help you start a business, grow your existing business, or recover from challenges. So now I would like to introduce Paul Johnson, a member of the Wyoming SBDC and Cybersecurity Program Manager. I hope you all enjoy this presentation, and I will turn things over to Paul.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tyler. Welcome, everybody. As Tyler mentioned, I am the program manager for our Cybersecurity for Small Business pilot program funded by the United States Small Business Administration. We are in our second year of delivering this program, and I'll talk a little bit more about it after our content this morning, which is being presented by Izzy Carbert and Mari Reed. Izzy is a current student at UW, business major, focusing on marketing. Mari is a recent graduate of the College of Engineering's Construction Management program and is looking for ways to incorporate technology into construction projects, which is her hoped for career path as she starts on. Izzy and Mari have been assistants in this program since February and have gained a lot of knowledge in basic cybersecurity principles and also in the area of AI, which we'll be talking about today. We've presented several webinars as the SBDC on AI topics. Today, we're going to talk about ethics and cybersecurity concerns as well as those are associated with AI. So take it away.
So where we're going. Today, we're going to be discussing uses of AI in business, prompt engineering, AI and cybersecurity, and AI and ethics. So I do want to point out that some of these pictures are generated using AI. The ones that are generated using AI have a caption that we just use for the prompt engineering. So that'd be kind of interesting if you guys kind of take a look and see like what we inputted to get the desired outcome. So AI is a technology that enables machines to learn and perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Some of the tasks of AI are understanding natural language, spotting patterns, problem solving, and making decisions. AI's objectives can be summarized as automation, which is increasing efficiency and productivity by automating tasks that are repetitive or complicated. Augmentation, which is improving human abilities in the process of making decisions. Understanding, empowering machines to comprehend and analyze human language and actions. Learning, which is creating systems that acquire knowledge and adjust over time based on information in past events. Problem solving, which is develop algorithms that can address intricate issues and formulate forecasts using data. And interaction, enhance the interaction between humans and machines to create technology that is easier to access and intuitive to use. So overall, the goal of AI is to enhance quality of life, foster innovation, and address practical issues in sectors like healthcare, finance, transportation, and entertainment, just to name a few. So the use of AI in your business. AI is good at automating tasks, so it can sort and prioritize emails. It can send automated responses and filter spam. It can schedule appointments, send reminders, help manage calendars, and also inventory management, such as monitoring stock levels and automatically reordering supplies. It's also good at content creation, so it can help with blogs and writing articles, scheduling posts, and creating captions for your social media. It can also help with video editing and offer design suggestions for graphic design. It's also good for marketing, so it can help you draft social media posts, like I said, and create product descriptions, and also any sort of content creation that you can think of. It's also good at drafting emails and documents. So it's really good at creating email and document templates, which you can use. And it's also good at creating automated responses. It can analyze data by creating data visualization in order to support decision-making. It can analyze sales, it can predict product demand, and forecast future finances. AI can also detect fraud. So it can monitor transactions and detect any unusual patterns that may indicate fraudulent activity. It can also improve customer service. So it can analyze customer reviews, social media posts, and feedback in order to gauge customer satisfaction and find areas for improvement. It can also provide customer service support through AI chatbots, which I'm sure we've all experienced in different websites. So with the use of AI in business, it's important to consider what information you're providing and if that is a breach of privacy between you and your customers. Prompt engineering is basically the process in which the user guides artificial intelligence to deliver the content or result that they want. So some helpful tips for creating the best prompt for AI is have some clarity. Make sure your prompts are as clear and unambiguous as possible. It depends on who your end user is, but you might want to avoid industry jargon and opt to use more simple, direct language that both AI and the end user can understand. Also, context matters, so provide sufficient background information so that AI can generate relevant and coherent responses. And use the right tone. Whether the tone is formal, friendly, or conversational, make sure the prompt reflects that. And have brevity with completeness. So make sure the prompt has all the details you want so that AI can fetch the comprehensive response. So in this example on the screen, I asked ChatGPT to create a job description for my hypothetical small business that sells all natural sunscreen. As you can see, the response was generic, formal job description, and I want something a little bit more casual. So for example, I wanted to create a job description for someone to help me run a booth at the farmer's market in Laramie. So this is where a guideline for a prompt comes in handy. And keep in mind that this is just one example of how you can structure a prompt. And there are many different outlines available with a simple online search. It just depends on your desired outcome. On this slide, you can see my input for ChatGPT based on the following guideline. A helpful prompt guideline may include some of the following. So have a role. Define what persona or capacity AI will embody, and this will help establish the framework for consistent dialogue, and be as specific as possible. Have context, so provide the background information required to appropriately direct the conversation, helping create a dialogue relevant and based on the intended reality. Give AI a task or objective that outlines a precise objective that AI must meet. And give an example. So give AI a blueprint and instruct it to produce outputs that are in line with the intended format. And I feel like depending on what you're trying to accomplish, this might be optional for you. And set some constraints. So set parameters for AI's operation to prevent strain from the path and guarantee goal-aligned targeted results. So for my example here, I had previously asked ChatGPT to create a social media post for my small business. And you can see that's where I just input that into ChatGPT for my example. So notice how I asked ChatGPT to keep the tone casual and make the job posting 100 words or less. So compared to the example on the previous slide, this job post may be more in line with my company. This is a great start, and it allows me to fill in some detail that I would like to include in this post before I publish it for candidates. And I know that this seems like a lot of writing just to create a job description, but the idea is that you can make these prompts as detailed as you want to produce the desired outcome. And a tip, you can also use AI to create your prompt. That's what I like to do when I'm using an AI image generator. Just be as specific as you want and ask a large language model like ChatGPT to write a prompt for you. So you can even ask ChatGPT something like, write me a prompt to ask AI to create a job description for my all-natural sunscreen. Use role, context, task, example, and constraints in the prompt. And as always, AI can make mistakes, so make sure to thoroughly analyze what content AI produces and adjust accordingly.
All right, so I'll be taking over for this portion of the webinar. We're going to shift our focus to AI and cybersecurity. While there are some risks, there are also many benefits, such as increased efficiency, improved security measures, and the ability to predict and prevent cyber threats. So first, AI has the capability to analyze large amounts of data quickly and find patterns, which means it can detect attacks more accurately and faster than humans. AI has the ability to continuously monitor for attacks. Obviously, humans need to take breaks. We can't be working for 24 hours straight, but AI can. This constant monitoring ensures that threats are detected in real time, allowing for quicker responses as well. Now, the main risk that comes with AI and cybersecurity is the fact that hackers benefit from artificial intelligence just as well as we do. With the rise of AI, cyber criminal attacks have become more and more advanced. For example, AI has advanced password hacking by using machine learning to predict common password patterns. It also improves phishing schemes, making it easier for hackers to steal passwords and bypass security measures. And another huge thing hackers have been able to create is deepfakes, which we'll get into that more during the next slide, but overall, these deepfakes give hackers the ability to impersonate individuals and trick victims into sharing sensitive information. And these attacks are just becoming more and more sophisticated. So it's important to stay vigilant and detect warning signs to protect yourself and your business. Overall, cyber criminals are using AI to elevate their attacks. So utilize AI to strengthen the cybersecurity of your own business. Don't let them be one step ahead. So now let's talk about deepfakes. So what are deepfakes? Like I mentioned a bit in the previous slide, deepfakes are pieces of fake media that are digitally manipulated to appear real. Cyber attackers use this to impersonate individuals and trick victims into sharing sensitive information. And this can be done through images, videos, voices, and even text. One example of a deepfake cybercrime was in 2019, a group of cyber criminals cloned the voice of a German CEO and made it sound like he was calling a CEO in the UK.
And machines.
They had the deepfake voice ask the UK CEO to urgently wire $243,000 and claimed it was important for a business deal. The UK executive was unaware that this could be fraud, and since he heard the voice of a trusted individual, he ended up transferring the money. And in the end, the UK company was not able to get this money back. But this case did bring a lot of attention to deepfake regulations and cybersecurity protocols. So how do we spot these deepfakes? One way is to listen very carefully to the speaker's voice, wording, and speech patterns. Ask yourself if it sounds off or unusual, and then also watch for unusual movement if it's a video or even an image. If there's minimal blinking, it's probably a deepfake. And also if the image seems deformed in any way. If the requests seem concerning and out of character, don't respond. And most importantly, if these requests are threatening in any way, it's important to contact the police. Do not comply or buy into the attack. These types of cybercrimes are just becoming more and more prominent, so be cautious and practice spotting deepfakes, which we will do with some images here in the next slide with Mari.
Thank you. So we're going to show you 3 images. It's up to you to see if you can spot which images are AI generated. So this image is real. I know that because I took that, but it would be easy to generate that using AI. This next image is AI generated. One thing that stood out to me was that the jersey and his shorts are a different jersey number. And also AI is not very good at generating hands for some reason. His hands look fine in this one, but that's also an indicator that the image may be AI generated. And then for C, that one is AI generated. It's futuristic and it's based off of a comic book character, and which would be really nice if that was your intended goal, but it is AI generated.
Right, so now we're moving on to AI and ethics. So with AI and cybersecurity, many concerns with ethics also come up. One of these main concerns is data bias. All the information that AI has was input by humans who are often subconsciously biased. And this often raises questions about how reliable the information is that AI is using. Along with this, when AI has access to personal information, privacy concerns arise,
And
which
machines
makes sense since there's always the possibility that the information is not properly secured and could be accessed by cybercriminals. But again, this is prevalent in all areas of online use, and cyber safety regulations should just always be enforced. Another concern is job displacement. Artificial intelligence does have the potential to replace many job positions, and in some cases it already has. And this can be looked at negatively, but also positively from the perspective of a small business owner. This can help you reduce costs and increase efficiency. I know Mari mentioned that in some of the previous slides. For example, AI can help handle data entry tasks, scheduling, emails, inventory management, writing content for social media, and the list just goes on. When you automate tasks that are often repetitive, you can focus on the growth of your business and possibly even create more job opportunities down the line. And along the same lines as data bias, people are concerned that companies may not be transparent about how their AI systems are coming to conclusions and making decisions. So how do we avoid having these risks cause problems in the workplace? First, it's crucial to maintain responsible data practices by making sure the sources you're using are reliable and trustworthy. Then in addition to this, making sure that the artificial intelligence is getting information from multiple sources, because this can also help prevent the possibility of bias. Then also, setting clear boundaries for the safe and appropriate use of AI in the workplace. This is very necessary to prevent misuse and unintended consequences. For example, make sure your employees aren't sharing any personal information like home addresses and financial details to chatbots or any AI systems. It's just unnecessary, so just refrain from sharing any sensitive information. Then additionally, transparency is super important. Everyone should understand how AI tools generate their outputs and the factors that influence their decisions. This clarity helps build trust and ensures that AI is used responsibly and ethically within your business. All right, so to end this portion of the webinar, I just want to say that you shouldn't feel threatened about the rise of artificial intelligence. AI can be a great tool in the workplace, helping improve efficiency and make better decisions. But to get the most out of it, clear rules and guidelines need to be in place to ensure it's used responsibly and fairly. That ends my section, and now we're going to hand it over to Paul to talk about our cybersecurity program.
Yeah, great. Before I do that, I just wanted to mention that you can engineer your prompts and direct AI to tell you the sources that it got its information from. That's a great way to check for credibility, to make sure that it's getting sources that are, well known and well edited, and have credibility out there. So you just include that in your prompt. Please include the sources where you got your information from, and you'll get all the links to the sources that it used when it went out there and crushed all that language model information. All right, so we can jump to the next slide here. We have several program offerings, and we are working on making some cybersecurity tools available to people on a limited basis, such as Password Manager and antivirus solution. We have a partnership with Cyber Wyoming and their Made Safe in Wyoming program, which is a one-on-one advising opportunity that is not just a one-shot deal. It actually unfolds over time to do an assessment of where your cybersecurity needs are and in inventory of your systems, and help you to put together a long-term cybersecurity plan. We have these monthly webinars. Our webinar in November is a good one. It's going to focus on how to keep hackers away from your phone and your apps. We haven't really looked into that subject deeply yet, so we're going to do that in October. I believe that's the third Thursday in October. You can check our training page on our website. And, we'll also talk about providing some custom solutions for you. We're talking with some people who need to get certain certifications in order to do government contracting. We're starting to work with those people. And actually, if you have an individual cybersecurity concern or question, just contact me. My contact info will pop up here on the last slide, and we'll see how our program offerings can fit with your needs, or if we just want to have a brief conversation about some basic cybersecurity measures you can put in place in your business today to make it safer from hackers and scammers out there. Mari and Izzy talked about uses of AI in business. Mari did some good training on prompt engineering. We talked about AI and cybersecurity, AI and ethics, and our cybersecurity for small business program.
If anybody does have any questions that they'd like to get a follow-up on, please feel free to email Paul, reach out to us at the Wyoming SBDC, and we'd be happy to answer those for you.
Well, we are nearing the bottom of the hour, and we try to keep these all at a half hour or less. So thank you all for attending, and we'll throw it back to you for the wrap-up, Tyler.
Sure thing. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Thanks to Mari and Izzy and Paul. The Wyoming Small Business Development Center is here to help you succeed. So again, please reach out to your local SBDC advisor or visit our website for assistance and more information. Join us for our next webinar on September 25th, Sales Strategies to Fuel Your Startup's Growth. And please take a moment, if you would, to complete an evaluation after this webinar concludes. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.